Hello, everyone. I am Wendy with Winds of Change Ministries, and this morning I am on day 5 of my 40 days and 40 nights Bible reading marathon. And so my intentions is to read through the Torah over over a span of 40 days and 40 nights. So I'm showing up sometime in the 7 o'clock hour and in the AM Central Time, and sometime in the 7 o'clock hour PM Central Time. And so a little bit about the Bible that I'm reading from. It's Sword of the Spirit. It is it has reconstructed Paleo Hebrew names. Okay, and also instead of the title, the Lord for the Most High, I use the Tetragrammaton, and it is spelled in Paleo Hebrew letters. All right. Um, and so, and it is a lot of times I will also have it as He who exists. Okay, because that's the true name meaning for the Tetragrammaton. It's not the Lord. That's that is Adon. It is He who exists. Okay. All right. And so because I am using reconstructed Paleo Hebrew, the names are going to sound a little different, a little strange, okay? Instead of using, many people are familiar with the name of God being Jehovah or Yahweh, or even Yahuwah is popular, becoming more and more popular. I use Yehua, and that is the pronunciation that was given to me in a supernatural experience. And it was confirmed by um, a man who knows several Middle Eastern languages, even Kurdish, which is one of the languages that is nearly extinct. Okay, so he's very familiar with the pronunciation of letters and things in in the Middle East. And so he confirmed that Yehwa is the actual pronunciation of the Tetragrammaton. All right, so I'm going to go ahead. I've been reading. Hello, thank you for showing up. Um, let's see. So anyway, thank you for showing up and posting some comments. If you don't mind, please hit the like button. I am doing this marathon to try to boost up my subscribers. Once I get through the marathon, then I will do some deep biblical teachings. All right. I am self-published. I have a few books. I have God's Master Plan for the Masses. In it, I talk about how God wrote his Paleo Hebrew name over the United States with those three eclipses that came. And that's one of my books. I've got several books. You can find links in the description box. All right. So I have been reading through Genesis, and right now, so I've gone through creation, um, the Garden of Eden, the fall of man, Noah and the flood, the Tower of Babel, and I'm working through Abraham. I've already gone through Abraham. I'm into the story of Isaac now. Um, Thank you so much for your love. I appreciate it. Um, and now I am working through the story of Isaac. All right. Um, because I'm using reconstructed Paleo Hebrew, it is not Isaac. It is Yitzhak, and his name means he laughs. And the reason why he was given that name was because it was very humorous that old people would have a child, all right? Because Abraham was 100 years old when he was born, and Sarah, was 90 years old. So let me go ahead and read the two chapters this morning. I am doing, let me see, I'm reading 26 and 27 of Genesis. Now, The book of Genesis is called Bereshit in Hebrew, and it means beginnings. Bear with me one moment. Excuse me, I'm reading 26 and 27. If you have any questions, please feel free to post them in the chat box, or if you're watching on the rewind, as a rerun, you can post it in the comment section. All right, and I will try to address your questions. Chapter 26. And there was a famine in the land, besides the first famine that was in the days of Abraham. And Yitzhak went to Abimelech, king of the Philistines, towards Gerar. Then Yahweh appeared to him and said, Do not go down into Mitzrayim. Dwell in the land which I will tell you. Sojourn in this land. Then I will be with you and bless you. For unto you and unto your seed I will give all these countries, and I will perform the oath which I swore to Abraham your father. And I will make your seed to multiply like the stars of the heavens. And I will give to your seed all these countries, and with your seed all the nations of the earth will be blessed. For Abraham listened to my voice, and he kept what I kept, and what I command, my customs and my teachings. Therefore Yitzhak dwelt in Gerar. Then the men of the place asked of his wife, and he said, She is my sister, because because he feared to say, She is my wife, lest the men of the place kill me for Rivkah, because she was fair to look upon. And it came to pass, when he had been there a long time, that Abimelech, king of Palestine, looked out a window. Then he saw, and behold, Yitzhak was laughing with Rivkah, his wife. Therefore Abimelech called Yitzhak and said, Behold, certainly she is your wife. And why did you say, She is my sister? Then Yitzhak said to him, Because I said, Lest I die for her. Then Abimelech asked, What is this you have done to us? One of the people might have casually laid with your wife, and you would have brought shame upon us. Moreover, Abimelech commanded all the people, saying, Surely he who touches his wife, or he who touches this man or his wife, will be put to death. Furthermore, Yitzhak sowed in that land, and in the same year he reaped 100-fold. Thus Yahweh blessed him. Therefore the man was great, and he continued to progress and become greater, until he was very great. For he had possession of flocks, and possession of herds, and a great many servants. Thus the Philistines envied him, for all the wells which his father's servants had dug during the days of Abraham his father. The Philistines had stopped them and filled them with earth. Then Abimelech said to Yitzhak, Go from us, for you are much mightier than us. Therefore Yitzhak departed there. Then he pitched his tent in the valley of Gerar and dwelt there. And Yitzhak dwelt and Yitzhak dug the wells of water again, which they had dug in the days of Abraham, for his father. For the Philistines had stopped them after the death of Abraham, and he called their name after the names by which his father had called them. Furthermore, Yitzhak's servants dug in the valley, and there they found a well of spring water. However, the herdsmen of Gerar strove with the herdsmen of Yitzhak, saying, The water is ours. So he called the name Be'er Ashek. because they strove with him. Then he dug another well and strove for it also. Therefore he called the name of it Shitna. So he left from there and dug another well, and for it they did not strive. Thus he called the name of it Rehutbut, spacious. And he said, for now he who exists has made space for us, and we will be fruitful in the land. Then he went up from there to Be'er Sheba, and Yahweh appeared to him that night and said, I am Elohim of Abraham, your father. Fear not, for I am with you, and will bless you, and multiply your seed for the sake of my servant Abraham. Then he built an altar there, and called upon the name of he who exists. And he pitched a tent there, and Yitzhak's servants dug a well there. Then Abimelech and Ashkul and Ahazat and Ahuzat, one of his friends, and Pikul, the commander of his army, went to him from Gerar. And Yitzhak asked of them, why do you come to me, seeing you hate me, and have sent me away from you? And they answered, we see that certainly he who exists is with you. So he said, now let there be an oath between us, between you and us, and let us make a covenant with you, that you may do us no harm, like we have not touched you. And as we have done to you nothing but good, and have sent you away in peace, now you are the blessed of Yahweh. So he made them a feast. Therefore they ate and drank. Then they rose early in the morning and swore one to another. Thus Yitzhak sent them away, and they departed from him in peace. And it came to pass during that day, then Yitzhak's servants came and told him about the well, which they had dug. And they said to him, we have found water. And he called it Sheba, Oath, and the name of the city is Be'er Sheba to this day. All right, so right here where Isaac is having trouble because his father had already made a covenant with Abimelech's father, and in that generation. But now we're in the next generation, and even though Abraham and Abimelech, the father, even though they got along okay, this next generation was having trouble. And that's what is going on here. Hey, I want to thank everyone who has hit the like button. I really appreciate it. And also, if you haven't, please be sure to subscribe. I appreciate that as well. Um, uh, so, do I love cats or dogs? Well, I like both of them. My preference is cats because dogs tend to be a little hyper and they can get on my nerves. I like things to be quiet. They are a little bit too high energy for me. So I prefer cats, but I do like both. And, um, dogs are great because they are very loyal. They're definitely very loyal, and they love you. Even if you're having a bad day, they come up and they'll love on you. And so dogs are really great. Cats are a little bit more aloof. They tend to be by themselves, and if you want love and affection from them, sometimes you have to go and find them. So, they both have their goods and bads, but my preference is cats. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and read the next chapter, and it is extremely long. So I'm going to get about halfway through it and then take a little bit of a break. Let me go ahead. Chapter 27. And Ashawu was 40 years old when he took Yehudit, the daughter of Be'ari, the Hittite, and Bashemat, the daughter of Ailun, the Hittite, to wife. Moreover, they became a bitterness of spirit unto Yitzhak and unto Rivkah. And it came to pass that when Yitzhak was old and his eyes were dim, so that he could not see, he called Ashalu his eldest son, and said to him, My son. And he replied to him, Behold, here I am. Then he said, Look now, I am old. I do not know the day of my death. Therefore I pray you, take your weapons, your quiver and bow. Go, next go out to the field and hunt game meat for meat. Then make me savory food, such as I love, and bring it to me, that I may eat, and my soul may bless you before I die. And Rivkah heard that Yitzhak spoke to Ashalu his son. Then Ashalu went to the field to hunt game to bring. Then Rivkah spoke to Jacob her son, saying, Behold, I heard your father speak to Ashalu your brother, saying, Bring me game meat and make me savory food, that I may eat and bless you in the presence of he who exists, before I die. Now, my son, obey my voice, according to that which I command you. I pray you, go to the flock, and from there fetch me 2 kid goats. Fetch me 2 kids from the goats, and I will make them savory food for your father, such as he loves. And you will bring it to your father, that he may eat, and that he may bless you before his death. But Jacob and Rivkah his mother. But Jacob said to Rivkah his mother, Behold, Ashalu my brother is a hairy man, and I am a smooth man. My father might feel me. Then he will seem like then I will seem like a deceiver to him, and I will bring a curse upon myself and not a blessing. Therefore his mother said to him, A curse, your curse be upon me, my son. Only obey my voice and go fetch for me. Therefore he went and fetched and brought it to his mother. And his mother made savory food, such as his father loved. Then Rivkah and Trapper took the clothes of Ashalu, her eldest son, which were with her in the house, and put them upon Jacob, her younger son. Furthermore, the goat skins of the kids she put upon her hands and upon the smooth of his neck. And she gave the savory food and the bread which she had prepared into the hand of her son Jacob. Then she came to his fa- then he came to his father and said, My father. And he replied, Here I am. Who are you, my son? Therefore Jacob answered his father, I am Ashalu, your firstborn. I have done according to you, to as you bade me. Arise, I pray you, sit and eat of my game meat, that your soul may bless me. And Yitzhak asked of his son, How is it that you have found it so quickly, my son? Then he answered, Because he who exists, your Elohim, brought it to me. And Yitzhak said to Jacob, Come here, I pray you, that I may fill you, my son, whether or not you are this son of mine, Ashalu. So Jacob went near Yitzhak, his father. Then he felt him and said, that part is missing. Whoops, something is wrong. I'm going to have to go back and find that passage. So Jacob went to Yitzhak his father. Then he felt him and said, so this is where Isaac, Yitzhak, was curious about why his, oh, this is what it is. My bad. But Yitzhak his father asked him, the voice is Jacob's voice, but the hands are the hands of Ashalu. Therefore he did not discern him, because his hands were hairy like Ashalu, his brother's hands. So he blessed him, and he asked, "Are you this son of mine, Ashalu?" And he answered, "I am." Then he said, "Bring it near me, and I will eat of my son's game meat, that my soul may bless you." And he brought it near to him, and he ate. Then he brought him wine, and he drank. And his father Yitzhak said to him, "Now come near to me, and kiss me, my son." So he came near and kissed him, and he smelled the scent of his clothes. Then he blessed him and said, "See, the smell of my son is like the smell of a field, which he who exists has blessed. Therefore Elohim will give you of the dew of the heavens and the fatness of the earth, a plenty of grain and wine. May people serve you, and nations bow down to you. Be a champion above your brethren, and may your mother's sons bow down to you. Cursed is he who curses you, and blessed is he who blesses you." And it came to pass, as soon as Yitzhak had made an end of blessing Jacob, and Jacob had scarcely left from the presence of Yitzhak, his father, that Asharu his brother came in from hunting. Also he had made savory food and brought it to his father. Therefore he said to his father, "Let my father arise and eat of his son's game meat, that your soul may bless me. Who are you?" And he answered, "I am your son, your firstborn." Then Yitzhak trembled exceedingly, and he asked, "Who? Where is he who has taken game meat and brought it to me? And I have eaten all, and I have blessed him before you came. Yes, he will be blessed." And then Asharu heard the words of his father. He cried with great and exceedingly bitter cry, and said to his father, "Endow me also, O my father." And he said, "Your brother came with trickery, and has taken away your blessing." Therefore he said, "Is it not rightly named? Is he not rightly named Jacob? For he has supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright, and behold, now he has taken away my blessing." Then he asked, "Have you not reserved the blessing for me?" So Yitzhak answered and said to Ashalom, "Behold, I have made a champion unto you. Behold, I have made him a champion unto you, and all his brethren I have given to him for servants. Also, with grain and wine I have sustained him. And now, what can I do for you, my son?" Then Asharu asked of his father, "Have you but one blessing for me, my father? Endow me also, O my father." Thus Asharu lifted up his voice and wept. Therefore Yitzhak his father answered and said to him, "Behold, your dwelling and will be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of the heavens from above. And by your sword you will live, and your brother will serve. But it will come to pass that you will wander and break his yoke from off your neck." Still yet Asharu hated Jacob because of the blessing that his father blessed him. And Asharu said in his heart, "The days of mourning of my father are at hand. Then I will slay Jacob my brother." Furthermore, the words of Asharu, her elder son, were told to Rivkah. Therefore she sent and called Jacob, her younger son. Then she said to him, Behold, your brother Ashau consoles himself by intending to kill you. Now, my son, obey my voice and arise. Flee to Lebanon, flee to Laban, my brother, in Haran, and tarry with him a few days, until the fury of your brother turns away, until your brother's anger turns away from you, and he forgets what you have done to him. Then I will send and fetch you from there. Why should I deprive you both? Why should I be deprived of you both on the same day? Furthermore, Rivka said to Yitzhak, I am weary of my life because of the daughters of Het. If Jacob takes a wife from the daughters of Het, which such as these daughters from the land, what good is my life to me? Therefore Yitzhak called Jacob and blessed him, and commanded him and said to him, You will not take a wife from the daughters of Canaan. Arise, go to Padan Aram, to the house of Bethuel, your mother's father, and take yourself a wife from there, of the daughters of Laban, your mother's brother. And Al Shaddai bless you, and make you fruitful, and multiply you, that you may be a multitude of people, and give you the blessings of Abraham to you and to your seed with you, that you may inherit the land of your journey, which Elohim gave to Abraham. Thus Yitzhak sent Jacob away, and he went to Padan Aram, unto Laban, son of Bethuel the Arami, the brother of Rivka, the mother of Jacob and Ashau. Moreover, Ashau saw that Yitzhak had blessed Jacob, and sent him to Padan Aram, to take a wife for himself from there. And he instructed him, saying, You will take a wife of the daughters of Canaan. And that Jacob obeyed his father and his mother, and he had gone to Padan Aram. Thus Ashau saw that the daughters of Canaan did not please Yitzhak his father. Therefore Ashau went to Yishmael, and took Mahalat, the daughter of Yishmael, Abraham's son, the sister of Naubut, to be his wife. Okay, so in this passage, it's it's really all about how uh, the children, Abraham's children, were supposed to not mix with the cursed children of Ham. Okay, the descendants of Ham. Okay, so those were the Canaanites, and so that's what that was all about. And Rebecca and Isaac, who were kin, all right, sent the heir, Jacob, back to where Abraham and his family had settled in the northern area, and to retrieve kindred, um, to keep it all in the family. So the patriarchs and matriarchs, they are all family. All right, they're like kissing cousins big time. The matriarchs and patriarchs are. Anyway, that's all I'm going to talk about today. Go ahead and click the like button if you haven't done so already, and subscribe. Hit the notification button. I will be back later on this evening to read a few more chapters in this marathon, this 40 days and 40 nights marathon, where I am reading the Torah, the first 5 books of the Bible, using Paleo Hebrew pronunciation. Anyway, I want to thank you for being here. Have a wonderful day.